to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast, where football meets conviction. I am Jay Galagna, here with my co-host Jesse Shalalo. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button and comment and the notification bell, so you know when all of our videos drop. And comment faith down in the comment section when you are subscribed, so that we know you are subscribed and we could show you some love. Also, before we start, as always, Jesus loves you. How are you doing today, Jesse?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. It's been on the NFL front. It's just boring. It's boring.
Yeah.
Nothing going on. Not really a big new stuff to cover, so it's just kind of been a boring week. But I will say it did let me catch up to the NBA playoffs, which I watched the Sixers Knicks on Monday. And I'm probably gonna watch the Sixers Knicks tonight unless something else transpires. But it's a good.
Didn't they get killed the first game?
Yeah, they got absolutely smoked. I watched the first half, and then once it got bad, I was like, yeah, I'm turning this off. So yeah,
Hey, good for the Sixers beating the Celtics, though.
I
saw
know
that.
beating them in 7 is crazy, but it looks like they're not going to get out of 4 games with the Knicks. So we'll see.
Well,
but
you never know. They came from 3-1, so
yeah, who knows? Nothing really on my end, at least team wise. I think Steelers. I know we're gonna talk about it going through like OTAs and whatever. There's rumors going around that A-Rod might be a Cardinal, which
I saw that.
It's
and I was
something,
like,
but I'm not gonna definitively say, oh, that's gonna happen, because it's just people trying to start news up, and I was just like, you can say what you want.
yeah,
I truly, when it comes to A-Rod at this point, I don't care where. I don't care if he's a Steeler. I don't care if he's a Cardinal. I don't care if he's retired. I don't care. I truly do not care.
I mean, at this point, it's just people trying to like come up with stuff to talk about.
Literally.
And
So
the Cardinal thing, I'm like, I saw it and I was like, in my opinion, there's no way he goes to the Cardinals.
Because it's Jacoby Brissett, Carson Beck, and Gardner Minshew already fighting for QB1 spot, and then A-Rod's just gonna get thrown in there. It's ridiculous.
It's even like my whole thing with that is like, why would he go from the Steelers, who are like considered at least a playoff team, to go to the Cardinals, who are not that good? Like, he's gonna go from like a playoff team to like a team that is just trying to get to 500.
That's why I said I'm over the rumors at this point. I'm just kind of like, this is just propaganda. So I was just like, they can say what they want. I'm gonna keep waiting until I hear something from either Schefter or the NFL or the Steelers say anything about this situation. So
I mean, it's just people trying to come up with stuff, because anytime you mention Aaron Rodgers, people are gonna pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for whatever reason, I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan. He's a great player. He's been a great player for a long time.
He's gonna go down as one of the best in the game, but
I'm just not a huge Aaron Rodgers guy. So
yeah, we gonna keep it pushing. It's all good.
All right.
Other than that, I'm good. I'm excited to talk football, whatever football we can talk about, and yeah, let's get on with it. Also, I got this Sports Center shirt. Shout out Target.
I like it.
Really nice, very clean. It has a really cool back. I'll show you after the episode's over, but it's really cool. So,
all right, let's get into it. First thing we got today is to talk about rookie minicamp. I don't know if you paid attention to your rookie minicamp at all, from what they can show, because
I've been checking out on X, but I haven't heard much from my end. So I don't know if you have something.
I mean, media is only allowed to watch like a little bit, and it's like the first like 30 minutes or something like that, and then they're not allowed to watch it. But yeah, so rookie minicamp just happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I think it was like 2 days long. So it was just to get the rookies out there, get them on the field, get them practicing in some capacity, meet the coaches, get some stuff down before the vets come in. But OTAs start May 18th and 19th, and then I think it's like the 21st, and then something else. I forgot the other dates, but they start May 18th.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I'm really excited for. I was very excited to see the rookie mini camp, see the draft picks out there, and it's just any football. Any football is good. Whether it's even if it's just practice, I just love seeing the guys out there and getting some work in. And it was very
Yeah.
exciting to see like uh Vega out
Oh, our
there,
rookie mini camp is
Zion.
this weekend. Actually,
Huh?
our rookie mini camp's this weekend.
Oh, maybe team
Yeah, it's May. Yeah, it says yeah, it's on the Steelers page, May 8th through 10th. Okay.
maybe it's like different times.
Yeah,
I
it's different
wasn't
times for different teams. So ours is this weekend, but OTAs will be starting up the same week.
Yeah, I
So
think
you're
OTAs and then training camp is the same for every team,
yeah.
like when it starts, but then I guess rookie mini camp is like different times, I guess. I didn't realize
Hmm.
that. But yeah,
I did have a question for you, and this is not related to anything you just said, but it was something I was thinking about last week.
what?
Um, knowing I'm just about the Jeremiah Love draft. Not saying it's bad. Again, I think the Cardinals hit the nail on the head, getting a running back. It just makes me wonder about the Tyler Algier pickup, and then also if James Conner is even still going to be on the team. I know I'm not going to sit here and say Jeremiah Love's not going to win RB1 reps. He will. That's clear cut, solidified. But I guess for like RB2, would you rather have Tyler Algier? Or would you rather just keep James Conner and let that cook?
I mean, I think they're gonna keep both. It's just a
No,
matter
for
of
RB
who's
two, but who's going to get RB2 reps? Because we know
oh,
Jeremiah Love's probably going to be RB1, but who do you think's going to be RB2?
uh, I don't know. That's
Because
tough
I
to
personally think it would be Tyler Algier, just because
it's
of
tough to say, like, when you think about it, because yes, James Conner had an injury or season-ending injury, and I mean, he's been
a
their
long
guy
time,
for a while,
a
and then
long time.
Algier, they just signed Algier. I I wanna say James Conner, but I feel like
It wouldn't be
they're
crazy
gonna
if
try to,
Algier wins
like,
it.
keep him at least, like, fresher, I guess, but at the same
I
time,
think,
I feel like it's just, like, them trying to, like, phase him out a little bit.
yeah,
Just because, like,
I
I
think,
mean, you just signed Algier to a
yeah,
contract. Like, you brought him in to probably be the complement to Jeremiah Love, like the way he was to Bijan.
true, very true.
So, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be Algier, and then
See,
Connor
but
will be the RB3 just because he's older and
here's
coming
the thing
off an
about that though.
injury.
I don't think in their mind they had when they picked up Tyler Algier in free agency that Jeremiah Love was anywhere in the conversation. I think they definitely had like talks like, oh, if we somehow pick Jeremiah Love, there's our 1-2 punch. But if they went with Lyman, then it's Tyler Algier's RB1 to the moon. That's where my head was at. So I'm kind of just like, either way, it's not like it's like a worst case scenario because I feel like if they went with a Lyman or somebody else, Tyler Algier would have been a fine option out there running back. Now they have Jeremiah Love and Tyler Algier. It's a 1-2 punch. That's not a bad thing either. So it really depends on how Nick LaFleur wants to. Is it Nick LaFleur or is it Mike LaFleur? I think it's Mike. It might be Mike.
It's Mike.
It's Mike. However, Mike LaFleur wants to run that offense in the way he wants to do it. So it was just a thought I had last week because I know we didn't mention it, so I thought I wanted to like just bring that up before we kept going. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think Jeremiah Love's gonna be the RB1. You don't draft a running back at 4th overall or 3rd overall for him not to be your starting running back.
no, I agree.
And then you sign Algier. Like, so like with that, I feel like he's gonna be the RB2 because that's what he's been. And he's a great complement to the style that Jeremiah Love has, which is very similar style to what
Hmm.
Bijan Robinson is. Like the athletic, uh, like dynamic pass catching, like fast, elusive, like all like that type of running back. Like
Yeah, I
the
agree.
Gibbs, the Bijans, the Barkley, like that kind of running back. He's a great
Hmm.
complement to that type of guy. So I don't know. I think it like having James Conner as your RB3 is not a bad option because you need
I
three
agree
running
totally.
backs. So you got the young rookie, you got the great compliment back in Algier, the bruiser, and then you got a vet in James Conner. So I like their running
Yeah,
back room. It's just a matter
I
of
think I think it's good. Yeah, I think you.
who
We
goes
just have to
where.
see how they run it moving forward, but I think it's a great pickup for them. Absolutely.
But yeah. So I know you haven't had your rookie mini camp. I didn't even realize that. Um,
Yeah, you're good.
but yeah, I mean, I was very excited to see Vega, Zion, Jacoby, Surratt. It was very fun to see those guys out there. Um, but yeah, Zion looks like he wants to rip somebody's head off because he wants to be in pads. Like he looks upset in a video, like walking out because they were just doing like like the shells, which is like just the helmet if you didn't know that.
No, I
But
got you.
um, but yeah, I like Vega looks great. He's playing. Probably gonna play right guard, which is where they have him right now. Just because I think John Simpson is going to be the left guard because they're paying him $10 million a year. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm very excited. It's Jacoby Lane looks good. Surratt looks great from 2 days of practice. Um, but yeah, any
Okay.
other thought? Are you excited for OTAs for rookie mini camp? See
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
guy
I think
draft
I
picks
think
out
what
there.
you yeah, I think you as fans and I think news people will get to see what their abilities are, and then we as the fans will get to see what they're seeing, and then we'll get to like see like what is moving forward, what's gonna look like. So I truly don't think OTAs or rookies and minicamps are bad things. I think really for me, I think I'm just more excited for OTAs just because
Yeah,
I just want to know what's going on with the A-Rod situation, which I know we just talked about it, but like just to move forward, whatever the heck's going on with that, so that we know who's gonna be running for QB1, who's gonna be QB2, da 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 da, and keep moving forward. Because I didn't even mention Mason Rudolph is still on the gosh dang team, so Rudolph also has to be considered in some factor of what's going on. So I
well,
guess just moving forward, that part of it's more important to me than, but also just seeing how the offense flows, what McCarthy's trying to do with our offense, and even defensively, like what that's going to look like with all the new pieces we picked up. I'm excited about that. So
I mean,
should be a great summer.
you might not even know if Aaron Rodgers is coming or even or what his decision is until like training camp
Yeah, who knows at this point?
because
So
he ain't showing up for OTAs. There's no way in heck. Like
oh,
he didn't even do that in the
yeah,
past.
yeah,
So I mean, I think the Steelers will probably have like at least like they're gonna have a quarterback battle because like you can't hang your hat on like obviously you can't. Okay, let me rephrase that. You obviously can't hang your hat on Aaron Rodgers coming back and being your starter. You can't
yeah.
bet
I
on
agree.
that.
I agree.
So you have to go into this like rookie mini camp, um, OTAs. You got to have a quarterback battle and see
Hmm.
who's your best option, who's playing the best, and then you go into preseason and then you let them play in a game setting, and then you determine that after the preseason games because like unless Aaron Rodgers magically decides to come back, but I think that's a very low chance right now.
Yeah.
But who knows? Nobody knows with Aaron Rodgers. So
Who really knows at this point? So yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'll hopefully not mini. Well, maybe mini camp. Maybe somehow in mini camp we'll get the answer we're looking for. If not, we'll wait till training camp. So Only
I
time
would
will
bet
tell.
on training camp.
I don't disagree. Only time will tell.
All right. You want to get into the next thing?
Let's get into the next thing.
All right. Giants. So the Giants just signed DJ Reader
Yep, there's their
to a
Lawrence replacement.
2-year, $12.5 million contract. And then the Ravens picked up Calais Campbell. He's previously on the team from 2020 to 2022. He was
Mm-hmm.
on the Cardinals last year, or the last
2
3
years.
years,
2 years, 3 years, yeah.
I think.
Then now he's deciding to
But
run it back.
he came back to Baltimore because he decided he still has something left in the tank. He still has more to give, and he's
I
going
was gonna
into
say,
his
uh,
19th season.
if I'm not wrong, I thought Calais Campbell was supposed to retire with the Cardinals, or I thought that was his. I thought I was assuming he'd be done
I
once
guess I don't know. I
his
guess he
contract was up
wanted
with the
to,
Cardinals,
but
but who knows?
the Cardinals might not have wanted him back, or they
Yeah,
probably I don't know. Either they didn't want him back, or he decided that he wanted to keep playing, and then decided
yeah.
that the Ravens wanted him back. So he was like, "Let me go to
Well,
the Ravens and
let's go to
compete."
yeah. Let's just go to DJ Reader first. I think you're getting a lower level version of Demarcus Lawrence, or not Demarcus, Dexter
Dexter.
Lawrence, with DJ Reader. He's still a solid defensive tackle in the league. He's definitely going to add the depth that they need at the D tackle position for sure.
He was the
Now,
most double teamed player in the league last year.
yeah. So
So
does this move me on the defensive side? I think for the D line it helps. Um, I think you really just have to. I think you just have to. Well, I have to just see on paper how this all will work for the Giants. On paper, it seems like they got a good squad together, at least defensively. And I think for Calais Campbell, I think you got your veteran presence on the line. I think that's a guy who's been in the league for a very long time, has experienced a lot of things. It's always good to have that depth in that position. And I also think I'm not going to say it's a contingency plan for Matabike, but it kind of feels like they just want to add more depth in case Matabike is like not ready. Not saying that he won't be, but I think it just adds more depth to it, and just like adds that contingency plan for him, which I think is a good thing because you want to have as much depth at D lineman as possible. Especially Calais Campbell, who's been playing for a long time, and we all know how good Calais Campbell is. Um, and also he knows the defense. He's been in Baltimore before, so it feels good it feels right that he goes back to Baltimore. I guess so.
yeah, so DJ Reader, I think the Giants are playing this as well as they possibly could have with trading away Dexter Lawrence, because you got the 10th overall pick. So you drafted, so with the 5th, you got Arvell Reese, and then you got an offensive lineman, which they needed both. And then you go out and you get DJ Reader for $12.5 million for 2 years. And like, yes, Dexter Lawrence is one of the best defensive tackles in the league, if not the best. But I don't think they didn't want to pay him $28 million, which is somewhat understandable when they have more needs than just making Dexter Lawrence happy with paying him that much. So you get like I said, Arvell Reese. You got a great pass rush group. You got Burns, Carter, Reese, Thibodeau, and then you just need solid to a, or I'd say average to above average defensive interior play with that pass rush group. So I think DJ Reader is he's obviously a lower level signing, but he's still a very impactful player. Like I said, he was the most double team player last year. when it comes to like I think it was interior defensive lineman. So he still got juice. And with that line, I think this is a great signing. I think the Giants are doing the doing the best possible job that they could have with trading away one of their best players. And with Calais Campbell, I think the Ravens were between him and DJ Reader. But I think Calais Campbell is the better option just because I think he fits better with the Ravens. He's more versatile when it comes to the positions that he can play within the defensive line. Well, when it comes to DJ Reader, he's more of like a nose tackle. So, Clay, he's also a great run stopper. That's like his calling card, and he's still got some pass rush juice left when you need him. And like you said, I think this is for depth purposes, and just in case, like I don't know, just in case, like I think Matabika will be good, but like just in case, um, something with that happens, but also just to keep those guys more fresh than normal. Because the more guys you have, the more fresh your top guys are going to be because they don't have to play as many snaps. Like Travis Jones, he played way too many snaps last year, but he had to play out of necessity because we didn't have Matabike. And you're not going to play John Jenkins like that much. He's 37 and he's not Calais Campbell. But yeah, I think he was the best fit for the Ravens, and I love his mentality. I love what he brings to the defense. He knows what it's like here. He knows how to play on this defense and what it means to play like a Raven. So yeah, I think it's a great signing, and I'm very excited for what he's going to bring. So yeah,
Yeah, I agree with all the points you made. Um,
and he
I
wants
think it's
that
just
ring.
interesting. He does want a ring. I think it's just interesting now at this point, at least thinking of like free agents since we're on the second part of it. I mean, Tyreek Hill still doesn't have a team. Diggs still doesn't have a team. Ayuk still doesn't
He's
have a
not
team.
guilty
People,
though.
huh?
Diggs isn't guilty.
He isn't guilty, so he could go get a team. So like, if we were talking like 2020, those four guys I just mentioned, oh my goodness, they'd be off the market in like a millisecond. So I think we'll have to see where those four guys go. Because I still think there are a lot of teams that still need at least depth at wide receiver. Um, and I think those four guys can contribute in that way. Especially, I think more Diggs and Debo, because we saw what they did last year. Ayuk is just a question mark because we haven't seen him play in a couple years. And Tyreek, I'm still like unsure about because of his knee injury, which was a serious knee injury. So
Yeah, it was nasty.
yeah,
But yeah, I agree. I think Diggs and Debo. I think Diggs is the best option out
option for
there,
sure, for sure.
and then Debo. I think those two will give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to signing them. Uh, but yeah, I don't. I think Diggs is now that whole thing is over with him. I think he's gonna get a team pretty quickly. I think teams were just kind of waiting on that
The
whole thing to
verdict of that,
clear up
yeah,
and just to get it past, like let him get past that, and then if it ends up not being guilty, then yeah,
yeah. Dude, your phone's blowing up.
not mine.
Dang, it's not mine. I'll tell you that much. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you totally. Um, so what's next on the list? What else we got today?
All right,
Like I said, guys, if you're expecting us to have a news filled episode, it's not gonna be that because the off season is boring.
we're trying.
So
We'll have
if
there's
you
the
if you are
time is
watching us
coming.
right now in the off season, God bless you because
The time is
it's
coming
getting
when OTAs
very
start. That's when it really begins because that's whenever all the vets and rookies and everyone's together. That's when it
So
really
God bless you.
starts.
God bless you if you're still watching us at this point, because like
But
it's getting grim.
the next thing we're gonna get into is so we're gonna rank.
Oh, I love a good ranking. Let's go.
We're gonna rank the top 10 teams based on direction. So what that means, we're gonna rank the
One
top
Direction.
10
Okay.
teams based on direction of the franchise. So where the best or the teams that are in the best possible direction right now are heading in that direction. You know what I mean?
I think so.
So we're gonna do
So
the
so
top 10 teams
post
based
draft.
on direction of the franchise of like if they're going in the best direction possible. Like their
So what?
trajectory is up.
Are we basically ranking top 10 teams with the best future? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, basically.
Okay. Okay. So I can. Yeah.
All right,
Okay. Yeah.
let me redo that. We're gonna rank the top 10 teams based on. Wait, what'd you say? I just blanked.
We're ranking the top 10 teams based on their future.
Okay. Now we're going to rank the top 10 teams based on their future and which ones are heading in the best direction.
Oh man, I love doing a podcast with Jake
Nailed
because
it.
it's hilarious.
All right.
Oh
So
man, all
we're
right,
going to
let's
go,
get it.
we're
Let's get
going to
it.
just it could be any team. We're just going to rank what we think is the best
Are we
10
doing this
teams.
together or are we doing a separate list?
No, we're doing it together.
Okay, I asked
This
to
is a
make sure.
team exercise.
Okay, that's fine with me. I was just making sure. Um, let's think about this for a second. Top 10 teams with a good future. I'd say at 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who are we gonna put at 10?
Um,
I'm Bengals. Is that crazy? Is that crazy to say Bengals at 10?
I was gonna say like at 10. So we got 10 teams. I was gonna say,
Talk to me.
mm, this might be a little low for them. I was gonna say the Browns.
Yeah, that's low. That's low. They're in my top five.
Okay.
They're in my top five personally, but I wouldn't put them at 10. Um,
All right. How
oh,
about we?
Titans. Titans. I could put the Titans comfortably at 10.
Okay. I
Comfortably at
mean,
10.
yeah.
I think when you think about they just got their weapon with Cardinal Tate. Cam Ward is still developing as a quarterback. They have a semi good running back room now with Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, and Singleton from Penn State. I don't think Singleton's gonna get enough reps, but I mean we'll see what happens. Their O line's cool. Their defense is getting better. I think if Cam Ward has a really good season, I think they have a really good future. So I put them comfortably at 10.
Okay. I'll put the Titans at 10. Let's go with at
Next team.
9. Let's go. I think the Saints.
I agree. Wholeheartedly I agree.
I
I
think the
agree.
Saints are
I agree. I
they're
think when
they're going
you
in the right direction right now.
I think the only reason that I would have them, I think the only reason
I
they're
like
above the
Kellen
Titans
Moore.
for me, not because of the quarterback. I think if we're talking quarterback, I think the Titans should be over the Saints. Just because Tyler Suge is like, we don't know what we're getting from him. We saw flashes of it, but we don't know like what the full picture of that is. But
He
I
looked
think
pretty
when you're
good
talking,
though.
he did look pretty good. I think weapons wise, you have, I mean, rumors have been speculated about Kamara. I think Kamara's going to play next year. I haven't heard anything saying he's retiring or any trade rumors. So I think Kamara will be a Saint next year. So you have Kamara. You just got Jordan Tyson in the draft, who is really a really good wide receiver. Chris Olave, who is underrated, it's just been through a lot of concussions.
You got
And
ETN or Achan.
The Saints, I wouldn't say they have an underrated defense, but I think their defense can get better because they have a lot of young pieces. So,
I
but
think
I'd
they're
say
building something.
I
We're
think
not
this.
saying they're there, but or
Yeah, I
anything
agree.
anywhere close, but
Yeah,
they're heading in the right direction. They're getting at least offensively, they're getting better. I think
Mhm.
defensively they definitely need some more work because they did lose Alontae Taylor, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Cam Jordan. Doesn't seem like
Me
he's
neither.
going back.
Yeah, so we'll
But
have to see how that looks.
and
But
the Demario
and they
Davis is
lost Rashid
gone.
Shaheed last year too.
Yeah, I mean, this is just
Yeah,
I just like their off season so far, and I
yeah.
think
No,
it's
they've had a really good
taking them
offseason.
in the right
Oh yeah, who
direction.
they get? Were they the ones that got Achan
Yeah,
over Achan? So
ETN,
yeah.
Travis
No,
ETN,
yeah. So I feel good about it. I could put him at 9. Yeah,
and
just for the
yeah,
skill position alone. If we were talking strictly quarterback, I think there's an argument to have the Titans over the Saints. But skill position wise, I'd probably pick the Saints.
yeah. I think they're slightly better.
And this is basically arguing apples and oranges because it's like it's Titans and the Saints. Like it's not good. It's not
Yeah, you
like
could
it's the
trash it all
craziest
you
thing in the
want.
world.
We
Literally,
think the Saints are going in the right direction.
yeah. Both
All
these
right,
teams are going in the right direction.
so we got Saints at 9. So 8. Let's go. What were we thinking for 8? I was gonna let's see.
Cowboys?
Uh,
Nah, probably not Cowboys. Nah, probably not Cowboys. Not Cowboys. Patriots?
hmm,
Nah, they made the Super Bowl. That'd be
yeah.
disrespectful. We put them at 8. That'd be disrespectful. We put them at 8.
I'm a,
Patriots fans would come
let's
for
go
our
with
necks if we put them at 8.
hmm. I don't
Chargers.
know.
Chargers.
Chargers. I was gonna
Why
say
not?
like the
Why
Panthers.
not? Why not the Chargers?
I don't know. I feel like they're like
They're
I
what?
feel like these bottom like 5 teams have to be like either fringe playoff teams or like teams that are just
They were
heading
a
in the right
fringe
direction.
playoff team.
They made the playoffs pretty like I mean like
I'm just
I'm just
look.
saying like
I know
fringe
we
I
said
mean
it for
like
3 years
barely
now, but
making
if
it
their O
or
line was healthy, I'm telling you the Chargers would be good.
well yeah.
Exactly.
But they're good.
But they
They're
have a good
always
future.
a good team.
They have a good
Good.
future because they have a young left tackle Joel. They have a young-ish in Rashawn Slater. They got Omarion Hampton coming back fully healthy. They got They got most of their weapons back. And the defense got better. So I feel like we're in a good position for them. I mean, but Panthers, Bryce Young had a really good year. They lost Rico Dowell, but they still have Hubbard and hopefully Jonathan Brooks. I'm not gonna say nothing about Jonathan Brooks. I'm not gonna say a word because if I say something, he's gonna re-injure his ACL and be out for another year. So I'm not gonna say a word about him. Um, yeah, you still got Tet. You still,
Or like
yeah. You know what? Defensively, I would say the Panthers because I
or
like their
like the
defense a lot.
Vikings.
I like their defense a lot. I'd have the Vikings slightly higher. I'd say the Panthers at 8. I think is comfortably good. I think that's good.
I don't know. Like they were a fringe playoff team last year. I don't like I don't think they got like worse. I can't recall all the moves that they've made.
Who?
And I pretty Panthers.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like
I'll find out for you.
I think they're going to keep building on what they did last year. Their defense was pretty good last year for the most part. Like their 2 corners are really good. Um I think Bryce and McMillan are a really good duo. Coker is a great wide receiver, very underrated. He was their best player in that playoff game against the Rams. Uh yeah, I know they did lose Dowdle. I don't know what their running back room looks like right now.
It's
I know they have
Hubbard,
Hubbard.
Brooks, and then I think they picked somebody up in the draft, but I can't remember who it was.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
they
But
got their transactions. They got Jalen Phillips, Devin
oh yeah.
Lloyd.
Oh my
That's why I
gosh.
said their defense. Yeah, their defense. They might put them at 8
Their
comfortably.
defense got so much
And then it
better.
got worse because it's Kenny Pickett, Luke Forder, and Stone Forsythe. So I'm tomato tomato. John Mechie. They got John Mechie for a
Okay,
receiver.
that's solid.
Rasheed Walker. AJ Dillon. That's another guy on the
Okay.
roster. They signed Coker. Let's see, who did they draft Monroe Freeland in the
Okay.
first round,
Yeah.
and then who else did they got? They got
It's a
Chris
good
Brazzell,
left tackle.
Lee
Oh, okay.
Hunter, uh, Will Lee the third, Sam Hecht, which we were talking about Sam Hecht a lot this offseason, Zaki Wheatley, and Jackson Kuwach. So
Okay. I mean, they got better in my
the pieces
opinion.
are there. The pieces are there for sure. I
You
think
get Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips. That's a great
those are the two
start.
that are like, yeah, those are the two that really like solidified it for me. So I'm like, if we say that, oh, and they got Isaiah Simmons too. Oh shoot,
Okay.
look at that. Okay, yeah, I'll say Panthers
Defense
at 8
got definitely
comfortably.
got better.
Yeah, comfortably. And then
And
who
then
they
you got
lose? I
JC
know they
Horn and
lost
Michael
people.
Jackson on the outside at corner. And then you
Yeah,
got Lee Hunter.
JC Horn is a dog. JC Horn is a
Like
dog.
I would be comfortable to put the Panthers at 8.
Yeah,
I
I
think they're
agree. I agree.
gonna be better. I think they're gonna be, at least on paper, better than they were last year. They made the playoffs last year. I understand they're in the NFC South and they barely made it just because the Bucks lost.
Because the Bucks
But
just suck. Let's just go with that.
like I'm just gonna bet on that they're gonna be better. That's all we can do right now is base it on
No, I agree.
paper.
I agree. I agree.
So 7, we got. I'll go. I mean,
I think this is where we could put the Vikings.
I'll put the Vikings here.
But I just don't know if the Vikings have really done good this offseason, to be honest with you. I mean, the biggest thing was Kyler Murray. That was the biggest thing from them so far. From at least a transaction standpoint. Let me just check real quick.
I mean, I could put like
Okay, so they lost Harrison Smith, they lost Jonathan Allen, they lost Javon Hargrave.
yeah, they lost a lot.
They got James Pierre from my team, which I'm very mad about that still.
You
But
could
it
put
is what it is.
Washington at 7.
Um, we could Eric Wilson. Who else did they pick up?
I think they've gotten better from
Yeah,
last
they
year.
lost a lot more people than they added onto the team. If I'm gonna be completely honest with
All
you,
right,
because
do you want to go Washington then? I think Washington would be a good. I know they were bad last year, but they did have a lot of injuries.
they did really good defensively. I'd put them up there.
And
Yeah, I think
they didn't have Jaden
Brendan
Daniels
Styles
for
was
like
really the biggest part.
80% of the year.
True.
All right, let's go Washington at 7 then. So 6. Now this is where we're gonna start getting into like better teams. I think. So 7, I'm gonna put
7, we have the Vikings. We're at 6.
6, 6, 6.
Oh,
No,
sorry. 7, we have the
yeah.
Commanders. Now we're at 6. Sorry.
7, 6. We
Um,
got. Let's go with.
Bills. Would Bills be a crazy take?
Uh,
Or Niners? Niners would probably be the best one.
hmm. Would this be too low for like? Do you think this would be too low for like the Broncos? I understand they were,
No, not necessarily. Not
but
necessarily.
like I know how good they were last year, but a lot of that was because of their defense, in my opinion, at least. Like their
Mhm.
offense wasn't anything like special, unless it came to the fourth quarter. But I don't know. Like they added Jalen Waddle. Who else did they add?
Not much,
Um,
honestly. They
they didn't
have
have much.
not. I mean, yeah, they signed McLaughlin to a contract. I mean, it was all dudes that were on the team that just got signed contracts. They really didn't do much in the
I know
offseason per
they
se.
lost
I think
Franklin
Waddle was like the
Myers,
biggest thing.
huh?
Yeah, they lost. Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
they
lost
lost Urban
somebody
Meyer,
else too. I forget who. Oh, it was PJ Locke, their safety.
which I
But
mean, at the end of the day, that's not really gonna.
I don't know.
Ooh,
I think
but
Adding Jalen Waddle to that offense, considering how good their defense already was, and I don't think they're really going to take that big of a step backwards, if any at all.
I mean, yeah, we've been talking about how Bo Nix needed like a really good receiver. Not that Colton Sutton's not a receiver. I think Colton Sutton's probably the most underrated receiver in the league, but he's not a wide receiver one per
Like
se.
Jalen
But
Waddle he's explosive. He's more of an explosive wide receiver, and he can
mhm,
do a lot more things because of his athletic ability. I think Courtland Sutton is a really good receiver. He's just more of a possession guy.
yeah,
And I don't know, and I don't think you can have that type of dude as your wide receiver one if you want to go to where you are. I know how far they went last year, but I think adding Jalen Waddle to that offense like improves them significantly, even if it's just one dude.
yeah,
So,
I would agree. I would agree to that.
all right, so we'll go with Broncos at 6. Now 5. Now we're in the
This is
top
where I have
5.
the Browns.
Okay. I'm
This
okay
is
with the
where I have the Browns
Browns.
comfortably because I like we talked about last
Not
week. If you
saying the
watched last
Browns
week,
are good. We're
yeah,
just saying they're going in the right
if you
direction.
watched if you watched last week's episode, I would recommend you go watch it for the recap of it. But basically, the Browns had one of the better drafts last 2 years. They've had the best drafts because they really added a lot of pieces that are going to be there for a long period of time. The only issue is that their quarterback position is just not solidified, and we don't know who's throwing the football. Um, but this year, I mean, they've added Casey Concepcion, they added Denzel Boston. They already have Jerry Judy. They already have
Spencer
Quinshon
Fano.
Junkins. They added Spencer Fano on the line. And that defense
Bro, they have a whole new offensive line. Their
yeah,
entire
it's
line is
disgusting
new.
what they're doing. So really, the only issue is just the quarterback position, and I think if they get that solidified, whether it is Shador Sanders, whether it is Deshaun Watson, even though I don't want to say Deshaun Watson's name, but it is what it is. That's just the future,
It's
the
in the
reality of the
contract,
NFL
so
is what it is. But whoever that guy is going to be at the quarterback position, if he plays well, the Browns have a solid future to look forward to. They were up in my head for like top three, but I think there are other teams I think I would consider having a better future for like not just like for like being successful, but for being in the playoffs. So I
yeah,
think the Browns at 5. I think that's good.
I agree. I think they killed the draft.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
Their defense is gonna be good.
Hmm.
Like I know they lost Devin Bush, but they still got Myles Garrett. They still got Mason Graham. I forget who they added on defense in the draft off the top of my head, but
I can find out. Give me 1 second.
they're gonna be a solid. They're gonna be at least what they were last year on defense, in my opinion. It's just a matter of can they possibly, for the life of them, figure out a quarterback and figure out that quarterback situation.
That's very hard for them to do.
Because
You know
what
that.
if they can ever do that? The
Oh my
Browns
goodness,
are
the
going to be
sky's the limit.
tough.
Sky's the limit for them,
Like the
bro.
Browns are going to be a tough team. Like they're already a tough team, and they can't find a quarterback just because of their defense.
They added Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Is that who you were talking about?
Oh yeah, that's a great. I forgot they got him. That's a
Was that who you
great
were talking about,
draft.
or were you saying somebody else that got?
No, I just couldn't remember defensively who they drafted.
Yeah, it was Emmanuel McNeil Warren. They got Justin Jefferson, which is still hilarious to this day.
Good linebacker. Put
Great
him with
linebacker.
Schlesinger.
Yeah, with him and Schlesinger. Those are the two guys I think that were signed by them, and someone named Miles Bryant was signed like before the draft started. So
I mean,
take that as you will.
but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Browns, you gotta watch out for the Browns. The Browns, if they get the quarterback situation figured out, they're gonna be a nasty team to watch out for in the years to come.
All right, let's run through the last 4. So number
Yeah,
4, who we
quickly.
got?
Number 4, this is where I would have the Niners. I think when they
Okay.
got Dean Winters back, which I think is a great pickup for them, especially at the linebacker position that needs it. And then you got Fred Warner and I believe what's his name? He was just on the Broncos. What is his name?
He was just on the Broncos.
He was just on the Broncos. He was like their best linebacker. He tore something in the Super
Dre
Bowl.
Greenlaw.
Yes. So those three are now back together, which is going to make their defense so much better. And Bosa's will be back. Really, the thing about the 49ers is everybody's coming back from injury. That's the biggest thing for me. Now, they also added Mike Evans in
Christian
free
Kirk.
agency. They also got Christian Kirk, not Charlie Kirk, for people who are getting that
No.
confused. It was Christian Kirk. And who else did they get? I know they got a weapon in the draft, but I can't remember who it was. But
They
anyway,
got I know who it's
was it
Deshaun
was it
Stripling.
Bell? Yes, it was Deshaun Stripling. So you add that in. Brock Purdy is now getting everybody back.
And you got
Hopefully,
C, of course.
fingers crossed. And I say this nicely. If the 49ers can just stay healthy, I think they're the best team for years to come.
They need to
Now
get
that
out of
it
that
now it's
stupid
very
electrical
difficult.
field thing.
Exactly. And it's going to be difficult in the NFC West
Oh,
with
George
the
Kittle's coming back
Seahawks
too.
and the Cardinals. Not really the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals will be good. We just have to see how their
Rams and
offense plays out.
Seahawks.
And it's really Rams and Seahawks, but
Yeah.
I also add the Cardinals in there as well because we have to respect them. But yeah, I think the Niners at 4 I think is respectable because it's mostly just injury stuff, not really what they did in the offseason. But
Yeah. All right,
and
3.
then 3,
Who are you putting at
there's a
3?
team I'm saving for 1 and 2, so I'm trying to think who'll be at 3 right now.
I'll throw a team out
Uh,
there.
Go ahead.
The Texans.
What have they really done? No, they added Reed Blankenship. Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
added
Yeah.
Reed. They added
Yeah. Yeah.
Caden
And
McDonald in the
they
draft,
really just basically re-signed everybody that need to be re-signed.
and they added another insanely good defensive tackle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Texans
Like,
defense
I
has to be the best
understand.
defense that's been put together since the Seahawks defense.
Like, their
I
defense is
like
absolutely
who's
insane.
stopping that defense? Who is going to stop the Texans defense?
Like,
Who's going to
in
score
my
on the defense?
opinion, they had the best defense last year. I know CJ Stroud played really bad at the end of the year, especially, but he didn't play great the whole year. But if he could possibly get back to at least to like 80% of what he was his rookie year, that team is going to be insanely hard to beat.
I agree.
Like, that
I totally
defense
agree.
is like, I don't know if people like,
You
or
know what would
some
be a crazy
people
Super Bowl
really
matchup?
understand how good that defense is.
A crazy Super Bowl matchup would be the Texans and Niners. That would be a great Super Bowl to watch.
It would.
That would actually be a nasty Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be nasty.
they're really just getting CJ Stroud back and his confidence back.
He cut his dreads too.
Yeah,
He really
I saw
focused on
that.
himself this year.
Like,
He cut him off.
they're just that away from uh being
Yeah,
a team, like one of the best teams in a team to beat. Cause like
I
it's
agree.
not like the Browns quarterback situation. Like, we've seen CJ Stroud like ball out and be
hmm
one of the best quarterbacks.
And it's also just unfortunate. Like it's even CJ Stroud has had like major setbacks in his career, but like Tank Dell had a nasty leg injury. Like I think was that Thanksgiving or Christmas that he got injured. I think it was Thanksgiving, if
No,
I'm not mistaken.
it was like, oh, what
It was
was
a
it?
holiday game. I know it was a holiday game.
It was Christmas. It wasn't Thanksgiving, I
Okay.
don't think.
So, but Tank Dell should be back fully from his leg injury, which is insane. Nico Collins is still playing really well. Like they have goodness gracious, Jaden Higgins and
Nico Collins.
I already said Nico. I was talking about the
Oh.
other guy they picked up last year. But anyway, they have such a
Oh,
good weapons
Jalen
room.
Noel or
Yeah,
Noel?
Jalen Noel. I think the only thing you really have to be concerned is just the running back position. I mean, it's David Montgomery, so I think if he's going to get a full workload, I think he'll be fine. Him and Woody Marks, but the defense is what solidifies them overall. I think this is going to be the best defense we see for years to come. Um, and
Oh,
and Will Anderson is going to get his money.
Oh,
next
they got
offseason.
David Montgomery.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and they
You
got
just ain't listening.
I don't know. I was reading. They
Now
got
you're good.
Wyatt Teller and Braden Smith for their O line.
They got Wyatt
Reed,
Teller.
yeah, Reed
Oh
Blankenship,
nah. The Texans gonna be nasty.
Evan
Texans gonna be
Brown,
nasty.
guard center, and Foster Monroe, tight end. They lost, or they traded Titus Howard, released Joe Mixon. Yeah, and they re-signed Sheldon Rankins, Alshire, and Dalton Schultz, and they
Yeah,
drafted Kalen Rutledge,
they cooked.
guard.
They cooked.
So,
They're gonna be good. Number two, I think, is where I'm gonna have the Cowboys, and I think this is where
whoa,
strictly
I'm
what
sorry, I just wasn't expecting that.
Cowboys. Whoa. Anyway, and I
I
hate the
really
Cowboys, but
wasn't.
hear me out here, peoples.
I'm listening.
Yes, the issues with George Pickens is still an issue. They're gonna have to figure out his contract at
It's
some point.
fine.
Hopefully they get that figured out. But if they get that figured out, you have a really 1-2 punch in
He's gonna
Lamb
play at
and
least on the
Pickens.
tag.
Javonte Williams is an underrated running back. We saw what he did last year after we all clowned him. Me and Jake
Yeah,
included, we clowned him. So
I
the fact
did.
that he played really well, shout out to him.
I
Dak
did.
Prescott,
He balled out.
he balled out. Dak Prescott, top 15 quarterback. You could have your argument saying he's top 10. I'm just going to say top 15 so we move forward. But he is still a great
Nah, he's
quarterback in his mind.
15.
Now, defensively, you add Caleb Downs, which is what you needed at least in the backfield to
Quinton
add to
Williams,
Deron Bland. You got Quinion Williams, and then you got a bunch of young
Kenny
pieces
Clark.
in that linebacker core. They have the best shot. This is like the best defense we've seen from them in a while. Now that's saying Michael Parsons was on that team like a couple years ago. But I think
Oh,
them
and they
making
got
that move
PJ
for
Lock.
Caleb Downs made me put them at 2.
Oh,
So,
bro, they got Rashawn Gary,
yep.
Jalen Thompson, safety, PJ Lock, safety, Caleb Down, safety. Jeez, they're getting a lot of safeties. They drafted
Jerry
Malachi
Jones had to do it.
Lawrence. Malachi Lawrence or edge from UCF.
Oh yeah, they did get Malachi Lawrence.
They
Yeah,
got
they're
Solomon Thomas from the Titans.
yeah.
Or no, they traded Solomon Thomas to the Titans. Sorry, I misread that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, They got Sam Howell. So George Pickens. So yeah, I mean the only people they lost was a coach and Odigizua, Osa Odigizua, defensive line, and Solomon Thomas.
Yep.
So
And
I
then
mean they
number
definitely improved defensively. I'll say
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
And
And then
George
I think
Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Javonte Williams, pretty
mhm.
good trio right there.
No, I agree. Absolutely. And I think this is where number 1 I would have the New York Giants. I think the Giants have hit the nail on the head ever since they hired John Harbaugh to be the coach. I think they have done everything they can.
He knows how to
One,
build
to
a team. So
he knows how to get a team together. So he's really has
get
it
a
been mostly
culture.
from the Ravens? Yes, but move on. Um
I mean, that's where he made the big bucks
It is.
that he's made.
So, what was the biggest issue from the Giants last year? The biggest issue was they just didn't have any weapons because Malik
Yeah.
unfortunately went down with an ACL tear, and Cam Scatterboo also wrecked his leg in that season. You're getting both of those guys back healthy, which is going to be a nasty combo in of itself. If you have I'm forgetting the quarterback's name now.
Jackson
Hold
Dart.
on, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo and Malik Neighbors. That 3 alone is going to be a tandem that's going to be disgusting for years to come. Now you have a young tight end, Isaiah Likely, who's just going to add more to that. And then they went on and they not only drafted a great D end in David Bailey, they also got their lineman,
No, they
which I'm
didn't get
forgetting
David
his name.
Bailey. That was the Jets.
No, no, who got no? They got don't
Orville
tell me.
Reese.
Yes.
Oh,
Why did I say
sorry.
Bailey? I'm losing my mind right now.
Yeah,
Um,
New York team.
yeah, whatever.
You're close.
But yeah, so they got Alvaro Reese as the number 5, and then they got Francis Malgoa as their 10. So they got their lineman of the future. They got their linebacker of the future. They also added Malachi Fields in the 3rd round. They also got another D lineman. They got linebackers. They've really just tried all they can to be like, let's get these guys that we know are going to move. move the needle for this team. And then also, I would also say even having John Harbaugh as the head coach was the biggest thing for the Giants, because I think you needed somebody in that room that knows how to win and knows how to win well.
Yeah,
And
you
I
need you
think
need a
that was,
culture
yeah. And
of
if there's
winning.
anybody out there that's a culture setter, it is John Harbaugh, and that's signed,
That's his
sealed,
calling
solidified.
card.
They also added Greg Newsome. They also added Ricard. They also added our Davis Washington. They added Tremaine Edwards. They've done so much
Edmonds,
to this team. Yeah, Edmonds. I'm sorry. So this team
likely
is night and day from the team that they were last year, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that this I think they have the brightest future in terms of we will see them be successful going forward. I don't think this will be the same Giants team that we saw from last year. I hope. Because if you add on paper, this team should be better than what they're advertised. Have we seen teams with on paper that have really good players do bad? Yes. But on paper, this Giants team should be at best a wild card team. At best.
yeah. I mean, I think with all the additions they made and with the fact that they got John Harbaugh as their head coach and all like they got likely Edmonds, like you said, they got Reese Maligoa. They're solidifying their offensive line. They got fullback and Ricard, who's the best fullback in the league. They got one of the or they got a good punter.
Don't you disrespect Yushek. Don't you do that.
I think
Don't you do
Ricard's
that.
better,
Don't you do that.
but not
Anyway, move
saying
on.
he's bad. He was a
I
Raven
know,
too.
I know, I know. I'm just kidding.
I love Juszczyk, but yeah, like they
And
got
really the
O2
only
and
biggest
Shelby
thing,
Harris to bolster their D line.
yeah.
Like and DJ Reader now.
And they got Darnell Mooney too. Oh my, yeah,
Like
nah,
I
bro.
think I
Wrap
think
it
they
up.
killed it, and I think this team is what was their record last year? Like 5-12.
That's such a great question. I think they were 5-12. Let me find out.
But
Let
you're
me find
telling
out real
me that
quick.
they're gonna get a fourth place schedule. You're telling me with all those improvements in that coaching improvement that they can't get 4 more wins?
I could see the
Like,
Giants
they
going nine
can't
and
be a
eight.
4 or 5 win improvement, and you have Jackson Dart playing a little smarter. You got Cam Scadaboo,
They went
uh,
4-13.
4-13, okay. Okay,
Yep,
so yeah, so 5, 6 I think they could get to 9-8,
I agree.
like, at least for their first year under Harbaugh, and then next year they can improve even more, but talking about this year, I think they could definitely get to that point, and they're gonna have an
Is it?
easier schedule.
I was gonna say, is it crazy to say that the Commanders might be the last in that division this year? Is that crazy?
I think I think it'll be between those 2 just
Maybe
because
them and the
the
Cowboys,
other 2
probably.
teams
If I
are the
had to, if I
Cowboys
had to
and
guess,
Eagles,
yeah,
but I don't know, it's just a matter of who can stay healthy between those 2
yeah,
or the most healthy because we saw what happened when Washington was last year with the injuries, so it really comes
yeah,
down to when it comes to that division and who comes in last, I think it comes down to health.
yeah. I agree.
So,
I totally agree. All right, let's recap this. So, our top 10 teams with the best future going into this year or for futures to come. With 10, we have the Titans. 9, we have the Saints. 8, we have the Panthers. 7, we have the Commanders. 6, the Broncos. 5, we have the Browns. 4 goes to the 49ers. 3 goes to the Texans. 2 goes to the Cowboys. And 1 goes to the New York Giants.
New York Football
Let
Giants.
us know in the comments if you think we did this right or if we did it so bad that we should be kicked off of social
Yeah,
media.
clown us.
Um, so let us know what you guys think in the comments. But now we're going to get to Bible verse of the episode, which is Romans 5:3-5. Take it away, Jake.
Romans 5:3-5, in case you didn't understand them.
They heard me.
You said it really
Don't
fast.
don't you dare.
Not saying you didn't say it.
Don't
I'm
you
saying
dare.
you said
Okay,
it
I'm
really
sorry,
fast.
guys. The Bible verse of the episode is Romans 5:3-5.
There you go.
You happy?
Yes, I am. All right. Romans
Good, it's good
5,
to
3
hear.
through 5 is not all right, not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us.
Mm.
You can read it one more time if you like.
I got it up here. I'm good.
All right. So with this, I just picked this verse because even I it was more of like a like when it comes to like God's timing and like God's plan for us. I think that like even when we're going through something that's not like like a season in our lives that isn't going great, or we're going through something that basically that like God's okay, let me rephrase it. Basically,
Mm.
God's timing is the timing. Like whatever we have for our timing is I it's not what's or what how we want stuff to play out in our heads is not necessarily what God has for us when it comes to his timing for us. And even when we're going through stuff, he's doing that so we can, like it says, like we should not like we should like rejoice in like going like in suffering. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but and it's very hard to do that, if not impossible to do that in some ways. But just that knowing that God's putting us through those type of things to make us stronger, and that's just part of his timing for our lives. And yeah, I mean, yeah, basically that whatever like God's timing is not necessarily on our schedule. And even and we should be happy about, or we should be, oh, what's I can't even think. I'm blanking right now on what I'm trying to say.
No, you're good,
Like
dude.
the wording of it. It's like yeah, basically what it says, like we should rejoice in knowing that even when we're not everything's not going according to our timeline and what we want, that there's a reason for that, and God's
Hmm.
putting us through each thing in our lives because that's the way that he has it planned out for us. And yeah, it's just comforting to know that no matter what you're going through, that it's what God wants for your life, and that he's going to get you to where you're supposed to be and where he wants you to be. And that's
Hmm.
all that we should want for our lives and strive for in our lives, is to be where God wants us to be. Sorry, I probably butchered the middle part of that, but we're going to keep rolling here.
It's all good. I agree with everything you said. I think it says a lot about a Christian when they see what happens to you when you go through a trial. They see your character more when you're going through a tough time, and they see the impact that it has upon you, because there are some that will complain, bicker, put themselves down and do all these different things. And then there are others who embrace the trial because they know that there's purpose for this and that I just need to trust God and He'll get me through to the end of that point. Um, so I think Paul is trying to encourage believers that trials are a good thing because they're about strengthening your faith. It's about developing maturity in your spiritual walk. And it also is just like about revealing God's love because it's like you love more even though you're going through a trial because like this thing that I'm going through sucks, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my character or even ruin my mood at this moment. I'm gonna choose joy instead of choosing sadness.
Yeah.
And that's where we see like the hope that doesn't disappoint, like it says in verse 6, where it says, oh no, not 5, not 6, 5. And hope does not put us to shame because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. So we get hope from the trials that we go through that
Hmm.
come from the Holy Spirit. So that's my biggest thing about that. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last thing I'll say is um, like you probably, I mean, people have probably heard this 1,000 times, but it's true that he doesn't put you through anything that you can't handle and that you're not supposed to go through. So with that, like you said, I think that we should be, yeah, I mean, we should be, um, not ashamed of what we're going through, but like instead of like you said, instead of choosing, would you
Sadness or
say
complaining
sadness?
or
Yeah,
angry or
or
whatever. Yeah.
anger. You should like we should choose to be um even more loving and show our faith, knowing that even though we're going through something, that God has our back and He's always with us through whatever we're going through, and that we're gonna be better and closer to Him because we went through those things.
Hmm. And I think it's also this that we can't suffer forever because the end of the matter is that all the people who trust in Jesus are restored to peace with God through our faith, and because we know that there is an end to the suffering. There,
Mhm.
if there wasn't an if there was an end, if there was no end to it, like if we suffer forever, then there'd be no reason for us to rejoice. But because there
Yeah.
is an end, we can rejoice knowing that God already has overcome in our circumstance.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sirree. Yes,
Why you gotta
sir.
say it like that?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, anything else, Jake, before we call it a night for this episode?
No.
Also, shout out to us, y'all. We made it to episode 10.
Yeah, it's our
Congrats to
10th.
us. 10
We're at 10.
episodes of this shindig. So we're just gonna celebrate the milestones as they come. So we're grateful that we have made it through 10 episodes.
Hey,
And we're excited to see what
every
happens from
whole
there.
number, not whole number, every what is it? Like every
I
10
don't know.
episodes is a milestone.
Also true.
So,
Can't wait to see you on episode 20. um
yeah, we're just going to skip to 20.
yeah, we're just gonna skip to 20. You guys
We're
you
just
guys
going to
won't
say
see
the
it.
next one is
We're just
20.
gonna say the next one's 20, and if you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. Um but yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Um no, not really. I'm just gonna go and watch basketball now. So,
All right,
thank you guys for tuning
wrap it
in
up.
to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast. Like Jake said at the beginning of the episode, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below if you like this episode, and hit that notification bell so you know when
Hit
our
it.
next videos drop.
Please.
Know that we
Please
are
hit it.
on YouTube. And also we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you guys can listen to us wherever you go without having to look at your phone while you're driving. Um, Can't wait to talk to y'all more about football. We love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Until next time, that's Jake Galagna. I'm Jesse Shalalo. Have a good night.